Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 25th of August 2025 and unfortunately guys, the prices of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market is definitely not looking good, but the prices of Ethereum has definitely reached a new all-time high. And what we'll do guys in today's episode, we'll go and discuss what is going on particularly in the world of Ethereum, because since the last few months there's this whole narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firms, isn't it? And because of that guys, Ethereum did actually cross its new all-time high. But the prices of Bitcoin has fallen down miserably. So what we'll do guys in today's episode, we'll definitely take a deep dive into all of these things. Now we know over the weekend guys, Federal Chair Jerome Powell did have a speech at Jackson Hole, isn't it? And in the episode that I released on the 21st guys, I very specifically mentioned whatever Jerome Powell says guys will directly and indirectly impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And it is clear because of that guys, the investor sentiment hasn't improved, isn't it? But here's the interesting thing guys, since the last 24 hours the ETF is in inflows. As a matter of fact guys, the ETF inflows has shot up to $314.5 million. Now what is really bizarre and interesting to note guys is, the ETF inflows is higher in the world of Ethereum, but so far as Ethereum connected to Bitcoin guys, there is still outflows. Really weird matrix, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this guys. But regarding the Jackson Hole event, what I'll do guys, I'll go ahead and give out my interpretation. And there are a lot of financial experts guys, they do actually believe that the rate cut is possible in the near future. And so far as the FOMC meeting is concerned guys, there is no FOMC meeting scheduled to take place in the month of August, but on the 17th of September is when the FOMC meeting is scheduled to take place. And based on my understanding guys, there is a very high possibility that Federal Chair Jerome Powell will go ahead and reduce the interest rate, so we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that. Now we're going to talk about that towards the end of the episode guys, and we're going to start off by discussing anti-CBDC measures. Now what has happened guys is in the United States of America, the US leaders, and most likely they are Republicans, they have added an outright ban on central bank digital currencies to defend policy bill. And according to me guys, this is definitely a genius move, cause look, when you talk about central bank digital currencies guys, it is exactly the opposite of why Bitcoin was created, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. And historically guys, I've always said this, right-wing ideologies and right-wing politicians, they're definitely not fans of central bank digital currencies, and rightly so as well, isn't it? Cause with central bank digital currencies guys, governments have full control over your spendings. They can even go ahead and close your bank account in just a matter of seconds. And one of the House representatives, that is Emmer guys, he's a massive advocate of banning central bank digital currencies. And President Donald Trump during his campaign speech guys did actually say that when he does get re-elected as the President of the United States of America, he will be putting an outright ban on central bank digital currencies. So it's clear that the promises are being kept, isn't it? Now what I'd really urge you to do is guys, try to understand the difference between Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies and central bank digital currencies. Now central bank digital currencies are definitely digital currencies, but they're kind of the opposite of freedom. So according to me guys, this is definitely brilliant news. Now in today's episode guys, we'll also take a deep dive into what is going on in the world of Ethereum, cause Ethereum reaching a new all-time high guys did actually break an all-year record, isn't it? So what I'll do in today's episode, I'll go ahead and run through some numbers. Now along with Ethereum guys, Ripple has been consistently in the news since the last few months, isn't it? And with the stablecoin guys, I do see a very strong future for XRP. But look guys, me personally, I'm definitely not a fan of Ripple as such. But the news that I'm going to be discussing guys is all the way from Japan. And Ripple guys, along with SBI VC Trade, they want to go ahead and distribute the stablecoin in Japan. And the stablecoin of Ripple is called as RLUSD. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss this. Cause look guys, when you talk about the stablecoin of Ripple, that is RLUSD, they're aiming to set a new standard for compliance and transparency, isn't it? And them merging with one of the leading banks in Japan guys will definitely be bridging traditional finance with decentralized finance. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. And towards the end of the episode guys, I'll go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion regarding Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson Hole. And it's going to be really interesting to see guys how the market is going to be reacting over the next few days. Cause since the announcement, the prices of Bitcoin has definitely fallen down, isn't it? But nonetheless guys, I do feel there is a possibility for an interest rate reduction. So things are definitely not that bad in my honest opinion. Now we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is a really interesting one, and this is connected to a new stablecoin in the United Arab Emirates and Abu Dhabi ADI Foundation, guys. They have launched the testnet of ADI chain, so we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about, because they do have a really ambitious goal, guys. They want to go ahead and bring in 1 billion new users on chain by 2030. And regarding ADI chain, guys, they already have some really strong partnership. The partners include FAB, that is First Abu Dhabi Bank, ADQ, as well as International Holding Company. Really massive giants in the fintech space, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into what this news is all about. Now look, as the Emirate of Abu Dhabi is definitely making quite a lot of buzz, not just in the cryptocurrency space, but also in the world of artificial intelligence, isn't it? And the next news, guys, I'm going to be talking about is regarding artificial intelligence from the capital of United Arab Emirates and a company called as Cognite, guys. They're accelerating industrial AI adoption, and they're doing that by opening a new center in Abu Dhabi. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into what this news is all about. And earlier today, guys, via LinkedIn, I did actually see a post that United Arab Emirates might be the second country in the world leading in the world of artificial intelligence. Definitely powerful news, isn't it? So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Emmer, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Emmer puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Emmer's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Emmer automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing, guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Emmer for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Emmer using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Emmer for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website, that is emmer.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Emmer, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount, and the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025 as well as Eat Women. And look guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life, so don't just read about it, be there and head to the website, that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing, if you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all, they also plan to release 7 NFTs, and these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you're taking care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now look guys, since the last 24 hours, the prices of Bitcoin has fallen down miserably. It is actually down to $112,000, and this just shows the power of regulations and politicians, isn't it? And last weekend guys, on the 22nd of this month, Federal Chair Jerome Powell did actually have a speech at Jackson Hole, and looks like what he said did not boost a lot of investor confidence. But the good thing guys is, if you look at ETF inflow since the last 24 hours, today there's an inflows and today the number is $314.5 million. But here's the interesting thing guys, since the last 72 hours, majority of these ETF inflows are in the world of Ethereum and not necessarily Bitcoin. And that is precisely the reason why the price of Bitcoin has fallen down to $112,000. Just a little over a week ago guys, Bitcoin did actually reach a new all-time high to $124,000, isn't it? So from $124,000 guys, it has actually fallen down to $112,000. And regarding the Federal Reserve Board guys, looks like President Donald Trump wants to have a replacement for Federal Chair Jerome Powell, isn't it? And according to me guys, Scott Bessent could be the ideal person to go and replace that role. But let's see if President Donald Trump has someone else in mind. Now that thing being said guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market since the last 24 hours, it is marginally down by 1.04%, but it is still about the $4 trillion mark, and the global cryptocurrency market is at $4.02 trillion. But here's the thing guys, the prices of Bitcoin has fallen down miserably, isn't it? And if you look at the volume of stable coins, that is pumping up as well. So could it be possible that people are converting a lot of the Bitcoin onto stable coins and then using some of the stable coins to go out and buy a lot of Ethereum? That is at least what the matrix is saying if you look at it from a macro point of view. And since the last 3 months guys, there is this massive hype regarding Ethereum treasury firms, isn't it? And because of that guys, the total value lock connected to proof of stake protocols is also crossed the $160 billion mark. So really interesting times ahead, isn't it? Now truth be told guys, I really am not sure how long this narrative regarding Ethereum treasury lasts. Let's see guys how the market reacts to this. Now there are a couple of metrics that I'm really content since the last 24 hours. And if you look at the 24-hour trading volume guys, today it is well above the $150 billion mark. It is at $157 billion. So look guys, if the prices are going down but if the 24-hour volume is increasing, you need to look at what is going on in the world of stable coins. And since the last 24 hours guys, the volume of stable coins is also looking pretty darn good. And that essentially means that people are not selling a lot of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Rather, they're converting them into stable coins. And based on my understanding guys, after converting them into stable coins, they are buying a lot of Ethereum as well. Let me know guys if you agree or disagree to my assessment, because the volume of stable coins is definitely looking great since the last 24 hours. And for a Monday in the early hours of Dubai guys, which is still technically Sunday in most of the Western countries, I really am content with what is going on regarding the 24-hour volume of the cryptocurrency market, because you need to compare this with the 24-hour volume of stable coins, isn't it? And the volume of stable coins has definitely been picking up pace. But before we take a deep dive into the volume of stable coins guys, let's take a deep dive into what is going on in the world of decentralized exchanges, because the 24-hour volume is $16.23 billion and the total fees accumulated by these transactions is $85.97 million. And as I mentioned earlier guys, if you look at the total value locked, today it is pumped up to $162.48 billion. Now look guys, if this whole hype regarding Ethereum treasury firm picks up pace, there is a very high possibility that the total value locked will actually pump up to $200 billion. Now look guys, if you're thinking that the total value locked of $200 billion is a great achievement, you need to remember guys that going back to 2020, the total value locked used to hover somewhere between the $220 to $240 billion mark. As a matter of fact guys, the total value locked back then did actually reach a new all-time high of $242 billion. And from $242 billion guys, it did actually drastically fall down to $30 to $40 billion. And because there was no ETF related news guys, on an average given day the total value locked across all decentralized finance protocol used to hover somewhere between the $30 to $40 billion mark. But the moment BlackRock started to get into the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency ETF space guys, we started to see a drastic spike in the world of total value locked, and right now today it is at a staggering $162.48 billion. Now I'm curious to check guys how long this narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firm picks up pace, and as I mentioned earlier guys, Don't be surprised if this total value lock does actually cross the $200 billion mark. Now, one matrix, guys, which I personally keep an eye on is the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, and today that percentage is 45.08%. And look, guys, it is needless to say, out of this 45.08%, there is a very high possibility that centralized exchanges may be accounting for 30%, maybe even 35% in my honest opinion. So we definitely need to look at the finer details when you look at any of these metrics. Now, one matrix which I've been looking at since the last few months, guys, this is regarding total value lock connected to real world assets, and today that amount is $14.85 billion. Now, based on my understanding, guys, this matrix has not yet touched the $15 billion mark. Let's see, guys, maybe after the FOMC announcement on the 17th of September. You never know, the total value lock connected to real world assets may actually cross the $15 billion mark, isn't it? Let's see how the market reacts to this news, because right now there's so much of hype regarding real world asset tokenization, isn't it? Now let's quickly run through some metrics regarding decentralized exchanges. And Uniswap, guys, today as usual is leading the pack with $3.14 billion, followed by PancakeSwap at $1.63 billion. And at number 3, guys, is Hyperliquid with $1.55 billion. Now what is bizarre and strange, guys, at number 5 is the protocol called as Humidify, and its market cap is $678.26 million. But via DeFiLlama.com, guys, there is a massive big question mark next to it, and when you click on that question mark, ideally there should be some explanation, isn't it? But I'm not seeing absolutely any explanation regarding this. Let's see, guys, if this protocol or exchange called as Humidify is a legitimate one, and if it is still in the top 5 in the next few days. Now at number 5, guys, is Radium, and its 24-hour volume is $597.09 million. Now let's quickly run to the volume of stable coins. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, I am kind of content with what is going on in the world of stable coins. And it is needless to say that the USDT is leading the pack so far as 24-hour volume is concerned. And the 24-hour volume is $134.91 billion. And on the 21st of this month, guys, they did actually hire Bo Hines, isn't it? So I'm pretty much sure the next coming weeks and months, we will be seeing quite a lot of partnership news by Tether in the United States of America. Now at number 2, guys, is Circle USDC, and its 24-hour volume is $17.14 billion. Now at number 3, guys, so far as the 24-hour volume is concerned, is FDUSD, but its volume has actually gone down to $5.70 billion. Because Tether USDT and Circle USDC's volume has picked up pace, isn't it? But surprisingly, guys, FDUSD's volume has gone down by well over 30% since the last 72 hours. Now let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Ethereum's dominance, guys, is definitely off the chart, and right now it is at 14.70%. And later on, guys, I'll go ahead and share some really interesting metrics regarding Ethereum, because they've also reached a new all-time high, isn't it? And because of that, guys, and only because of that, Bitcoin's dominance has actually fallen down. And today it is down to 57.03%. And if you look at the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin, guys, today it is at 66.40%, whereas the 24-hour trading volume of Ethereum is $47.95 billion. Now here's the thing, guys, the biggest shocker and the interesting matrix according to me is the market cap of Ethereum, and right now it is at a staggering $578 billion. And look, as and when we see continuation of the narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firms, who's to say the market cap of Ethereum might even cross the $600 billion mark, maybe even the $700 billion mark, isn't it? And Bitcoin's market cap at a staggering $2.24 trillion. Really interesting things going on in the world of Ethereum. Now every day, guys, in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today, guys, I want to look at only proof of work protocols. And it is needless to say, by now you know the difference between proof of work and proof of stake, isn't it? Because when you talk about proof of work, guys, there is a lot of energy consumption. So what I want to do is, guys, I want to go and look at the market cap of the top proof of work protocols. And it is needless to say that Bitcoin is leading the pack by a really long margin. And Bitcoin's market cap, guys, as I mentioned earlier, is at a staggering $2.24 trillion. The second one, guys, is Dogecoin, and his market cap is only at $35 billion. The third one, guys, is Bitcoin Cash, and his market cap is almost 1/3 of that of Dogecoin. It is at $11.69 billion. The fourth one, guys, is Litecoin with $9.06 billion. And the fifth one, guys, is Monero, and its market cap is $5.12 billion. And since the last few weeks, guys, we talked about one of the firms who tried to have 51% attack on Monero, isn't it? And I'm pretty much sure because of that, the market cap of Monero has marginally suffered as well. But look, I'm pretty much sure Monero developers are definitely taking things on board. Cause look, guys, Monero is a protocol which Bitcoin intended to be, isn't it? So it is a bit interesting to see that someone is actually claiming that they successfully had a 51% attack on Monero. Now, guys, let's go and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin, guys, right now is $112,762. And since the last 24 hours, guys, it is actually down by 2.13%. And since the last 7 days, it is actually down by 4.29%. Now, usually, guys, I tend to look at the price of Ethereum followed by Bitcoin, isn't it? But what I want to do is, guys, I want to go and take a deep dive into Ethereum. So in order to do that, guys, let me quickly run through some numbers regarding Ripple first, cause Ripple has once again crossed the $3 mark, and the price of Ripple is at $3.03. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.09%, and since the last 7 days, it is actually up by 2.15%. Now Ethereum, guys, is definitely breaking some new matrix, isn't it? And Ethereum did actually reach a new all-time high. And the price of Ethereum right now is $4,794. And since the last 24 hours, guys, Ethereum is up by 0.96%. And since the last 7 days, Ethereum is up by 7.16%. Now it's needless to say, guys, the reason why the prices of Ethereum is picking up pace is because of the Jackson Hole speech. Along with that, guys, there's this massive narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firms, isn't it? And because of that, guys, what did actually happen over the weekend? Ethereum did actually reach a new all-time high of $4,888. And this was during the time when Federal Chair Jerome Powell was making his speech. Because based on the announcement, guys, he did give an indication that there is a very high possibility he'll be reducing the interest rate. And in a few minutes, guys, I'll definitely go and touch base on that news. But look, because of that news, guys, the prices of Ethereum did actually pump up by 15% in a single day. And it clearly outperformed Bitcoin's recent moves, isn't it? And if you look at it from a year-to-date point of view, guys, Ethereum is up year-to-date by 45%. And so far as Bitcoin is concerned, it is up by merely 25%. Now look, regarding Ethereum, guys, a lot of institutional and corporate treasury firms, they are going ahead and buying a lot of Ethereum, isn't it? And in just a matter of few months, guys, 64 firms collectively now hold over 3 million Ethereum now, which in terms of dollar amount is $13 billion. And major holders, guys, include Bitmine, as well as Sharplink Gaming, isn't it? And if I'm not mistaken, guys, the amount of Ethereum Sharplink has more than Ethereum Foundation as well. And right now there's this whole market narrative, isn't it? And a lot of people, guys, are actually buying a lot of Ethereum. And Ethereum, guys, since the last few months, they also had network upgrades, isn't it? And more importantly, guys, they also have staking yields. And now Ethereum also has a growing perception of a yield-bearing reserve asset. And because of that, guys, a lot of smaller firms, they are buying a lot of Ethereum and putting it into the balance sheet. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, how long this narrative will continue. Because of that, as I mentioned earlier, guys, the total value locked will be impacting as well, isn't it? And right now, guys, because of Larry Fink, who's the CEO of BlackRock, there's a lot of momentum in the world of tokenization, isn't it? And when you talk about tokenization, guys, it is needless to say that it does require smart contracts. And when you talk about smart contracts in the world of blockchain technology, guys, Ethereum is clearly the leader, isn't it? So as and when this whole narrative regarding tokenization also picks up pace, guys, it will directly and indirectly impact Ethereum as well, isn't it? Now it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, if any of the top nations go ahead and buy a lot of Ethereum and put it into balance sheets. And one advantage which Ethereum has over Bitcoin is you can go ahead and make an argument regarding ESG as well, isn't it? Because there is no proof of mining concern regarding Ethereum. And more importantly, guys, once you go ahead and buy a lot of these Ethereum, you can go ahead and put it out for staking. And by doing that, you'll be earning a lot of Ethereums as well, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see if any of the major nations do actually make a public announcement that they're actually buying a lot of Ethereum and putting it into balance sheet. Let's see, guys, if we do have any major news coming out regarding this. Now, guys, the next news I want to touch base is regarding central bank digital currencies. Now, look, guys, it is needless to say, central bank digital currencies are kind of opposite of what Bitcoin is, isn't it? And in the United States of America, guys, Republicans are definitely not fans of central bank digital currencies. Democrats, on the other hand, are definitely in favor of central bank digital currencies. Now, the news essentially is that in the United States of America, guys, House leaders have added central bank cryptocurrency bank to defense policy bill. And the US House, guys, they've added a provision to its 2026 National Defense Authorization Act, and they will be banning the Federal Reserve Board from issuing, studying, or even deploying a central bank digital currency. This, according to me, guys, is definitely a massive win. And this move, guys, fulfills the promise by House Republicans to conservative hardliners, tying to central bank digital currency ban to much past defense legislation. And according to me, guys, this is definitely a genius move. And Tom Emmer, guys, one of the Republicans, he has been a massive advocate on putting an outright ban on central bank digital currencies, and this was going back to a couple of decades, guys. Now here's the thing, guys, while the bill blocks a Federal Reserve Board to issue digital currencies, it does allow dollar-backed stable coins, so it is in a way a win-win situation, isn't it? And a similar central bank digital currency ban, guys, did actually pass the House earlier this year, but the Senate members did actually try to scrutinize it. Now look, as one of the promises by President Donald Trump was to put an outright ban on central bank digital currencies, isn't it? And on day one he took office, guys, he did actually sign an executive order banning the Federal Reserve Board to go and put an outright ban on central bank digital currencies. So according to me, guys, all promises are being kept. Now look, guys, what I'd really urge you to do is, if you do want to understand the key difference between central bank digital currencies and Bitcoin, go to my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. And on the tab that says blockchain, guys, scroll down at the bottom of the page and you will see two documents. Go ahead and download the second one. And in the second document, guys, I've gone ahead and explained the key differentiation between central bank digital currencies and Bitcoin. And we also take a deep dive into the pillars of open blockchain. And it's needless to say, guys, central bank digital currencies do not follow absolutely any ethos of Bitcoin and open blockchain, isn't it? And according to me, guys, central bank digital currencies are kind of like the exact opposite to Bitcoin. Because by implementing central bank digital currencies, guys, governments will have full control over your spending. And more importantly, guys, they can go and put an outright ban on your spendings as well. Now that thing being said, guys, there are a couple of benefits and use cases for central bank digital currencies. For instance, guys, using central bank digital currencies, you can actually bank the unbanked, because you can immediately go ahead and open a bank account. You do not need more identification as such, but only your national identification. Now, in case of opening your bank account, guys, you require your salary certificate, you require your employment details, and quite a lot of other things, isn't it? So there are a couple of benefits of using central bank digital currencies as well. So what I want to do is, guys, in the month of September, I do want to have an event on central bank digital currencies. We talk about what central bank digital currencies are, how central bank digital currencies operate, the key differentiation between central bank digital currencies and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and more importantly, guys, we talk about some of the dangers of central bank digital currencies, but there are a couple of use cases, so I'll also go ahead and highlight some of the use cases of central bank digital currencies. And look, guys, when you talk about central bank digital currencies, there are different types of central bank digital currencies. You have wholesale CBDC, you have retail CBDC, as well as you have something called as MCBDC, that is multiple CBDC. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into all of these things. And the big question, guys, is how will central bank digital currencies operate with stablecoins? So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on quite a lot of these things. And united our premise, guys, the central bank is already working on a couple of central bank digital currencies, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into all of these things as well. Now, if you do want to go ahead and sponsor this session, guys, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. But that thing being said, guys, it is great that the Republicans in the United States of America are putting an outright ban on central bank digital currencies. Now, guys, let's go and discuss some news in the world of Ripple. And the news essentially, guys, is on the 22nd of August, Ripple and SBI Holdings, which is a subsidiary of SBI VC Trade, have signed an MOU to launch Ripple stablecoin, that is RLUSD. And this will be done by the first quarter in 2026 in Japan. And here's the thing, guys, these stablecoins will be fully backed by US dollar reserves, as well as government bonds with third-party attestations. So because of this, guys, the US government will be happy as well, isn't it? And regarding Ripple stablecoin, that is RLUSD, guys, they aim to set a new standard for compliance and transparency. And with this move, guys, they will be strengthening Japan's digital finance ecosystem and bridging traditional finance and decentralized finance, isn't it? So definitely brilliant news. And more importantly, guys, because RLUSD will be used in Japan, it does give an indication that the US dollar will be used as well, isn't it? So according to me, guys, this is definitely a genius move. And that is one of the reasons, guys, when you talk about Genius Act, And with the tariffs being implemented, I very strongly feel, guys, a lot of the tariff deals will be done in stable coins. And if that thing happens, guys, the value of the US dollar will be ridiculously strong, isn't it? So look, guys, keep an eye on regarding the trade agreements. And is there any room to go ahead and start using stable coins? And if that thing happens, guys, the value of the US dollar will go ridiculously strong, because the Genius Act requires a lot of these stablecoin issuers to go ahead and back it 1-to-1 by US dollar, isn't it? So definitely brilliant news in my honest opinion. Now guys, let's go ahead and touch base on some interesting news that did actually happen over the weekend. And Federal Chair Jerome Powell, guys, he did actually speak at the Economic Outlook in Jackson Hole. His speech definitely signaled our sentiment, and because of that, I do feel that there is a very high possibility for a rate cut. So what I'd really urge you to do is, guys, in the show notes below there is an official YouTube link that does have the entire speech by Jerome Powell. And essentially, guys, he talked about current economic conditions and outlook. He also talked about the monetary policy framework review in 2025. And based on my understanding, guys, there is a very high possibility for a rate cut this year. And even some financial experts do actually believe that in the next FOMC meeting, Federal Chair Jerome Powell will actually go ahead and reduce the interest rate. And if that thing happens, guys, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will definitely be pumping up, isn't it? Now, regarding the Jackson Hole speech, guys, he did actually talk about the labor market conditions. And what he actually said, guys, is the labor market condition is relatively stable with an unemployment rate at 4.2%. But here's the thing, guys. He did actually state that the job market has slowed down sharply and the risks to employment are rising. Now look, guys, according to me, he's the only person to be blamed, isn't it? Because he is not reducing the interest rate. Because let's say, guys, if he had reduced the interest rate, what a lot of businesses would have done is they would have taken out loans and they would have expanded the business operations. And had they expanded the business operations, guys, they would have gone ahead and hired more people, isn't it? Basic common sense in my honest opinion. Now we did talk about inflation as well, guys, and what he actually said, that inflation is still yet to go down. And he also talked about tariffs pushing the prices higher once again. But here's the thing, guys, inflation including tariffs is actually slowing down. So I really am not sure what is he talking about. Now he also talked about the GDP growth, guys, and he actually said that the GDP growth has slowed down by 1.2% in comparison to 2.5% in 2024. But again, guys, Jerome Powell and the FOMC team is responsible for it, isn't it? Cause look, he's not reducing the interest rate, so businesses are kind of stuck, isn't it? So he's the one who's actually responsible for all of these things. And regarding his policy stance, guys, he did actually state that the federal rate is still in restrictive territory, but 100 basis points closer to neutral than last year. So it looks like things are definitely improving under the Trump administration, isn't it? Now it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what happens on the 17th of September. And in the next few weeks, guys, we will also find out if there's any peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine, isn't it? And because of these macro level news, guys, the investor confidence will definitely be picking up pace. And if that thing happens, I'm pretty much sure it's going to have a positive impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So definitely stay tuned to all of these information. So these were some macro level news, guys, on the Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency world. Now let's go and take a deep dive into two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is a really interesting one. An Abu Dhabi-based ADI foundation, guys, they have launched testnet for ADI chain. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this, because the ADI foundation, guys, also called as Abu Dhabi-based non-profit, have launched a public testnet of ADI chain. And regarding ADI chain, guys, it is essentially an Ethereum virtual machine layer 2 blockchain designed for high throughput and low transaction fees. And it leverages AI-assisted protocol automation with GPU acceleration for efficiency and adaptability. And the goal, guys, is to bring 1 billion users on chain by 2030, especially across emerging markets. And ADI chain, guys, will support the UAE's Dirham-backed stablecoin project in collaboration with major UAE institutions. And the partners, guys, include First Abu Dhabi Bank, ADQ, as well as International Holding Company. And regarding the stablecoin, guys, it will be regulated by the Central Bank of United Arab Emirates. An ADI chain enables near real-time settlement for developers and class-side applications, and the node infrastructure and ecosystem partnership, guys, are currently expanding during the testnet phase. And right now they are positioned as a compliance-native blockchain, balancing innovation with regulatory standards, and it is designed to allow governments and regulated institutions to deploy systems quickly. And regarding the target use cases, guys, they are focusing on stable coins, health systems, land registries, and payment rails. So according to me, guys, this definitely looks more of a permission blockchain, isn't it? So it is a permission blockchain that is working on Ethereum now. And the broader sectors, guys, include finance, identity, healthcare, sustainability, as well as digital services. And the chain, guys, is experimenting with novel GPU computing methods for superior performance matrix. And regarding ADA Foundation, guys, they are emphasizing enterprise-grade infrastructure for scalability, and this initiative aligns with Abu Dhabi's vision for trusted high-performance digital infrastructure, isn't it? And ADA Foundation, guys, is claiming that they already have access to 400 million people via their partnerships, and they have strategic presence in over 20 countries, and they're aiming to drive sovereign digital economies and inclusion. Now look, guys, based on my understanding, they're working on a permission blockchain, isn't it? And one of the biggest questions regarding permission blockchain is, can they go and do double spending? And more importantly, guys, do they actually follow the pillars of open blockchain? Because in this case, clearly we need permission, isn't it? And could it be possible that transactions are censored as well? Because based on the news, stablecoins will be regulated by the Central Bank of United Arab Emirates. But nonetheless, guys, news such as this is definitely interesting for the Emirate, isn't it? So really brilliant stuff. As a matter of fact, guys, the next news is also from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. And the news essentially is that Cognite, guys, they're accelerating industrial AI adoption with opening a new center in Abu Dhabi. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because the new center, guys, is aiming to accelerate industrial AI adoption. And this expansion, guys, is because they are responding to the growing demand for industrial digitization. And the target sectors include energy and manufacturing, which is the region's largest industries, isn't it? And the Abu Dhabi Center for Cognite, guys, will provide local expertise, technology as well as support, and they are reinforcing their commitment to expanding customer base in the United Arab Emirates. And this particular move, guys, aligns with your strategy to become a world leader in artificial intelligence, isn't it? And the center, guys, will act as a regional hub for Cognite's industrial AI solutions, and Cognite Solutions help scale digital capabilities and improve operational efficiency. And the board member, that is Bernard Looney, guys, also called Cognite's AI game changer for the industry. And the benefits cited include improved safety, lower emission and enhanced performance, and Cognite's AI agents are central to offering, enabling insights as well as automation. And these AI agents, guys, are powered by Cognite's Data Fusion and Industrial Data Platform. And Cognite Data Fusion, guys, makes industrial data AI ready for secure and trusted deployment. And the platform also integrates with Cognite's Atlas AI, which is a low-cloud AI benchmark. And Atlas AI, guys, lets organizations embed agentic AI capabilities into workflows. And the CEO of Cognite, that is Girish Rishi, guys, highlighted the UAE's global leadership in industrial artificial intelligence. Now look, as the Abu Dhabi's presence allows Cognite to co-innovate with local talent and better serve industrial customers, isn't it? Definitely brilliant news. And look, as I cannot stress this enough, so far as Abu Dhabi is concerned, I do believe it is turning out to be a world leader in the world of artificial intelligence, isn't it? And just few days ago, guys, I did actually read an article via LinkedIn that does actually state that Abu Dhabi is right in the top 3 in the world of artificial intelligence. Definitely brilliant news, isn't it? So these were the news, guys, on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, before we go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series, I do have some really interesting announcements. The first one is an interesting partnership, and this is connected to Bitcoin events. Now look, as you know that Bitcoin is the king of all kings, isn't it? And the OGs of Bitcoin events, that is Bitcoin Inc., they have a massive event taking place in August in Hong Kong. And guess what, guys? Blockchain DXB is the official media partner for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And this particular event, guys, takes place in August in Hong Kong. And Bitcoin Asia is the region's premier Bitcoin gathering event where builders, investors as well as investors meet. So at this event, guys, expect powerful keynotes, bold conversations, and a headlining session with none other than Eric Trump. and he will be sharing his vision for Bitcoin's long-term potential. And more importantly, he, along with a lot of Bitcoin OGs, guys, they will be talking about the role of Bitcoin in global finance. And at the Bitcoin Asia 2025 event, guys, they will be discussing Asia's massive impact on adoption. And look, as Bitcoin Asia event connects global Bitcoin communities and drives innovation across cultures and markets, from infrastructure to regulations, privacy tools to lightning development, and quite a lot more. And for you listeners of the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, I have a cool discount code of 10% for you. And the code is pretty simple, guys. It is DXB, that is D for David, X for X-ray, and B for Bravo. And DXB is the code for Dubai as well, isn't it? So what are you waiting for, guys? In the show notes below, you'll see the registration details for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And look, guys, Hong Kong is calling. So be part of the future of Bitcoin. Now the next announcement, guys, is another big one, and this is connected to Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. And Blockchain DXB once again is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Now me personally, guys, I did attend the Future Blockchain Summit going back to 2017, and the fact is, guys, it is one of the biggest, oldest as well as boldest blockchain events in the region. And according to me, as well as a lot of advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Future Blockchain Summit as well as Fintech Search 2025 is probably the biggest event in the entire world. And this event, guys, takes place between the 12th and 15th of October at the iconic location of Dubai Harbour. So this is going to be the place where blockchain meets fintech to redefine the future of finance. So expect 250 world-class speakers, over 1,200 investors, live demos, product launches, as well as GITEX Digital Assets Forum. And all of this thing, guys, will be under one roof. So you can expect so-called Web3 pioneers to fintech leaders shaping payments, banking, insurtech, AI, as well as decentralized finance. And this particular event, guys, brings the entire ecosystem together. This is a launchpad you've been waiting for. And by attending this event, guys, you will be in a position to be in front of top venture capitals, accelerators, as well as industry leaders. And for blockchain and fintech companies, guys, this is where connection turns into partnerships and dream turns into reality. And because Blockchain DXB is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025, guys, in the show notes below, you'll see the registration details. And there's a hidden discount code mentioned below as well. So do one thing, guys. Click on the show notes below, get yourself registered, and see you between the 12th and 15th at Dubai Harbour at the Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB, listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Jason who asks, if Jerome Powell signals a rate cut, do you see Bitcoin or Ethereum reacting stronger in the short term? This, to be honest, Jason, is such a brilliant question. And according to me, Jason, based on Powell Jackson Hole's speech, we can already see that Ethereum has definitely reacted, isn't it? So yes, I do feel that Bitcoin and Ethereum will definitely be pumping up after the announcement is made regarding the interest rate. And the answer to this is pretty simple. Jerome Powell is kind of indicating that he'll be reducing the interest rate, isn't it? And according to me, the answer to this is pretty simple, Jason. Because Powell did actually admit that the economy is slowing down. And something which I did touch bases regarding the GDP, isn't it? And what he said is that GDP is actually down to 1.2% and job growth has collapsed in comparison to last year. And the only person to blame is him, isn't it? Because he's not reducing the interest rate. And look, Jason, news such as this does give an indication as to what the investor confidence and sentiment is, isn't it? And look, Jason, news such as this does give an indication as to what the investor confidence is, isn't it? And look, since the last few weeks I've been saying this, Bitcoin tends to move with ETF inflows. And that is in line with the whole narrative that Bitcoin is a digital gold, isn't it? But Ethereum, on the other hand, since the last few months, it has a really high momentum, particularly in the world of treasury adoption. And I've been saying this since the last few months. If you look at the total value locked, because of staking, it has also been pumping up. So if you look at all of these things and combine that with low rate environment, Ethereum has strong momentum right now with companies adding them into treasuries and people earning staking from it as well. So look, if the interest rates do actually have a drop, Jason, assets that give yield like Ethereum would definitely be more attractive, isn't it? So yes, I do feel in the short term the prices of Ethereum will definitely be pumping up. But look, Jason, if you look at the market behavior historically, Ethereum has always been more sensitive to liquidity shifts, particularly when rate cuts are involved. Because Jason, rate cuts lower the opportunity cost of holding yield-bearing assets, isn't it? And Ethereum staking becomes more appealing compared to bonds or treasuries. And that's one of the reasons why I very strongly feel, Jason, is institutions holding Ethereum on balance sheets will definitely be piling in Ethereum faster. Federal Chair Jerome Powell signals a rate cut. But that said, look, I wouldn't estimate Bitcoin either. because it may not necessarily spike in the short term, but Powell's acknowledgement of downside risk to employment and slower GDP growth reinforces the case for a long-term safe haven, isn't it? And Bitcoin still benefits as people hedge against monetary instability. But so far as Ethereum is concerned, right now it is definitely seeing a lot of speculative surges in it. So the short answer is yes, I do feel that Ethereum will actually pump up in the short term. But in a long-term point of view, I definitely do see that Bitcoin is definitely as one-way direction. But definitely interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything Season Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at geopolitical news. We look at the latest technological development. We also talk about some macro level partnership. And then, guys, we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological development. We discuss latest regulatory news and partnership, and we also take a deep dive into what is going on in the world of artificial intelligence in the Middle East region. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.